Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the show. Today, we've got another episode of Pokemon Academy Life Forever. Not much to say here other than I hope you're excited because I sure am. We left off on a cliffhanger, as we always do. Hang on, let me turn the volume down. I think it's a little loud for me. Good morning, class. In a departure from my traditional identity as Professor Oak, let me be frank. Jesus. Well, I thought it was funny. Hey, I thought it was funny too, man. In any case, your test this evening is not a simple one. However, I fully expect a resounding success. I fully expect a resounding success is within the abilities of each and every one of you. This test will require you to understand the properties of the move Camouflage and how it interacts with terrains. It is not, I warrant, an overly popular move, but it is one every student should know, as there is rarely a better way to make use of your surroundings. There are 4 common types of terrain: misty, grassy, psychic, and electric. What about Burial Ground? Instructor Bertha invented that one. She did, and it's a marvelously clever move that assists both ghost types and ground types, and to a lesser extent flying and levitating Pokemon. However, you are unlikely to see that move in the wild unless it's being used by someone who had the pleasure of being taught directly by Bertha. That being said, I do believe that Champion Cynthia was taught by Instructor Bertha, and I think her Spiritomb is a known user of that move. Something to keep in mind for the ambitious amongst you. However, this test will not cover that material. Now, Misty Terrain halves the power of Dragon-type moves, and is used largely by Fairy types. Grassy Terrain, perhaps unsurprisingly, increases the power of Grass-type moves. And I trust your intelligence enough to know which Psychic and Electric terrains boost. Also, Grassy Terrain weakens the power of Earthquake, Magnitude, and Bulldoze, and Psychic-type blocks priority moves, Fairy-type blocks status moves, and Electric Terrain prevents you from grounded Pokemon from falling asleep. Now, these moves do have other effects, but our interest here is in how Camouflage's effect changes when used on these terrains. You see, Camouflage changes the type of the user based on their surroundings. In a forest, you're liable to turn into a bug type. You know, because of all the bugs sprouting out of the ground. In a field, a grass type. In Instructor Melanie's frigid classroom, well, an ice type seems a reasonable choice for Camouflage. This effect is altered by terrains, which take priority over whichever one's actual environs are. I again trust in your intelligence to realize which type of terrain shifts the effect of Camouflage toward. Oh, actually, apologies, student. I told you to disregard the effects of the terrains themselves earlier, but it's somewhat important to remember that Psychic Terrain makes grounded Pokemon immune to priority moves. Yep. Do keep that in mind. There are various other mechanisms that interact with terrains, seeds and extenders for example, but I'd rather not confuse the issue. Right then, let's quickly ensure that you were listening. Miss Milton, you ought to know this. Of the terrains I mentioned, which one does not boost the power of moves of the corresponding type used in it? Shoot, I was too surprised he was actually teaching. I kinda zoned out. Flan? Not a chance. Looks like Whitney could use some help. Psst, please, a hint, Schlep? Oh, which one doesn't boost? Fuck. Moist terrain? That's not even an option. Grassy terrain. I mean, unless I'm missing something. Oh, that's probably the water type move. That's probably the water type specialty move. So, electric terrain does boost electric type moves. Burial ground doesn't. Oh, considers this. Oh, I see. Well, that isn't the answer I was looking for, but I did mention it. Well, excuse me, this Burial Ground is the only terrain move I have access to. And it doesn't boost the power of ground or ghost type moves, so I suppose that's technically correct. A point for thinking outside the box then. Though, for future reference, the more commonly accepted answers would be Misty Terrain. Right, Misty Terrain doesn't boost Psychic type or Fairy type moves. I forgot about that. Thanks a bunch. Anytime. Now, let's move on. I wish to make clear how terrains can be set up and removed. Steel Roller will remove them. Also, the Tapus have the Surge abilities, which will cause the terrain when they switch in. Also, Pincurchin has Electric Surge. I don't remember all of them that have them, but a lot of other Pokemon, well, not a lot of them, but a few other Pokemon have abilities such as Electric Surge that'll cause a terrain to set up. Oh yeah. What you call it? Koraidon or Miraidon. Yeah, I think it was Koraidon has a Orichalcum Pulse, which also sets up a terrain. I forget which one. The traditional methodology is to use the moves that share the terrain's names. However, there are various other methods, which I will now go into more detail later. Professor Oak lectures on the interaction of terrain setting moves, terrain setting abilities, and camouflage at length. His teaching style has not noticeably changed, but the information imparted seems much more useful, at least. Okay, so Steel type. Also, Terrain Pulse uses, let's see. Yeah, Terrain Pulse. Terrain Pulse is a move that changes the type based on the terrain you're in. Fuck, what else is there? I was trying to remember off the top of my head, just fun little trivia, but that's all I could think of off the top of my head without having to sit there and ponder. I wonder what we'll learn today. Gonna go out on a limb and say something about Pokemon. Let's not pull punches. Aeron is a walking demolition unit. It will eat metal wherever it gets the chance, or whenever it gets the chance. Got a mailbox? Not anymore. A car? Your premium is going up. A fire hydrant? Growlithe is your least concern. Can't have shit in Detroit. After its first evolution, Lairon will shed exoskeletons every few months, which will start off at 200 pounds and only get heavier. That would be a big problem if Lairon wasn't bound to eat them, along with every street sign, stoplight, and railroad spike in your county. Now, your Lairon's gonna need some breathing room, so it'll start digging tunnels. You're in trouble if it hits groundwater or undermines your house. And after an even 42 levels, the thing evolves again, except now it gets territorial. Your cute family pet has become a half-ton monster that shrugs off ballistic missiles, and I'll be damned if it isn't worth the wait. Byron recommends Aeron trainers by property near a scrap heap. Classmates' bonds increased. Oh, I feel bad for Hilda then, because she has an Aeron. Your steel proficiency increased to 8. Hooray! Here we go, baby. You're listening intently to the lecture when suddenly... Psst! Huh? What is it? I'm calling in that favor you owe me. Already? Jeez, alright, what is it? Ethan and Yellow are pissed at me. Huh? Them? No way. I mean, I don't really know Yellow as well as you do, but she always seems so gentle, and I'm pretty sure Ethan doesn't ever get angry. You're wrong. Just that? You're wrong? No insults? No sarcasm? Maybe this is real then. Okay, assuming they really are angry at you, why? And how do I fit into this? So, my Eevee can make those forever alls, right? But they're based on bonds or understanding or whatever. So Ethan and I were having a conversation, like a good one, no screaming, and I kinda started to get him a bit more. But then Eevee threw up those stones, and now Ethan and Yellow both think I was just trying to get the damn stones. I mean, I am, but not then, and not with him. So, I need you to explain what's what to them. Dude, this is your problem. Just tell them the truth, and I did, and they didn't believe me. Can you believe that? I can't, which is the problem, I guess. Alright, I can't promise anything, but I'll talk to them after school. Do you know where they'll be? They've been spending a lot of time alone together, just in the dorm though. Alright, but again, I can't promise anything. Thanks. Blue quickly walks away as Alder finishes lecturing. Ethan and Yellow, huh? I don't think it should be too hard to explain to them what really happened. Oh, I wonder if that's why Blue hasn't been around for lunch for the past couple of days. And that's it for today. Ugh, my throat's sore. You and me both, pal. That's how it feels after every single Palf episode. Especially when Blue talks a lot. Blue or Hilbert. I need some water if I'm going to be talking for so long. Bruno, who are our battlers today? Schlep, today you are matched against Bianca. Oh, that Bianca. Hi, Schlep. Hey. Now, shall we battle? Let's bust this. Okay, let's bust this days. B-A-T-T. This days. Oh, wow. I don't know sign language. What the frick, dude? Can you believe this? One second. Okay, I think I figured it out. B-A-L-L, and then I don't know what that is. I swear, I looked at the chart. I'm like, what letter is that? I have no idea. So I do not know. Where did you learn that? There's on the Who Makes Really Funny Videos. Oh, there's something on the internet. Yeah, N-E... Internet? Is that I-N-T-E-R-N-E-T? So I assume that's internet. Again, what letter is that? I have no fucking idea. O. Fuck, give me 1 second. I gotta figure this out. Oh, it's person. Person, yeah, P-E-R, right? Because that's R and that's R. See, I'm learning, bro. I'm learning sign language. Not really, but you know. There's a person on the internet who makes really funny videos. She says it a lot. You might not want to say that around people. Oh, but Whitney likes it when I say it. I think she should be monitoring your internet usage a bit more carefully. Oh no, she... What? Me... Oh, the funny internet woman. Yeah, I-N-T-E-R-N-E-T. Yeah, that's the same one. She... again, O... C... Okay, N... Oh, introduced me. Got it, D. Yep, I-N-T... Got it, she introduced me to the funny internet woman. Great, then maybe I should be. You know, I'm not a kid. Well, no, I know that. I wasn't saying you were. Okay, let's battle. Again, N? Okay, so that's... Okay, hang on. I need to... I feel like I should just learn sign language so I know what the fuck she's saying. Or I could just study it with her during lunch. But, you know, that's... This is more fun. Hang on. Okay, I'm gonna be real. I looked at a chart, could not figure out for the life of me what those first two letters are. This one kind of looks like P. This one has movement, but looks like a K? Like, the font is so small, I can't figure out what letter that is. And then E-N. So something E-N. Let's bust this day's balls. Okay. Got it. Okay, so then that was an S. Oh well. I mean, I guess there's different types of sign language, right? Maybe I'm just looking at the wrong one. Who knows? Anyways, what move did you use last? I think you used a psychic type move or an ice type move. Either way, let's switch to Callum. Slow freeze, but it missed. Oh, I see. Mega evolve. Let's hit him with a night slash. There you go. Okay, Jangmo-O. Hit him with Spear Break. And then Noibat. Spear Break. Again. And then Wobbuffet. Ooh, I don't know about that one. That's gonna hit a nasty counter. Oh, thank God. Thank God. Okay, we're good. I'm not sure why you didn't use counter, but alright. Wow, you're so good at battling. I guess I have a lot to learn. Ah, rookie mistake. You never let your opponent get off that third quiver dance. That's the killer. You said this already? Am I crazy? I feel like he said this already. Oh well. Okay. I'm here. So that means we go to the... There we go. Independent table. And then, unfortunately, you have to be in proximity with fucking Clara. There we go. Study water types. Blah, blah, blah. There you go. 5.75. Okay, so what are we at? We are at 27.25 and 27.5. So let's just go to water class, I guess. No reason not to, other than Clara. You look like you could use some coffee. Nah, I'm good. Thanks, though. I mean, I don't actually have any on me. Well, hello, class. Look who I've brought with me today. Ta-da! It's a handsome little Piplup. I know you're all dying to introduce yourselves, but before we get to the fun part, it's time for a little learning, shall we? Many mistake Piplup for an ice type, but you won't be seeing this little darling in Melanie's class. Piplup is a water type through and through, until it evolves twice and picks up some steel type sparkle. Personally, I can't imagine why you'd evolve one. There are so many other Pokemon to fight with. Why ruin this sweet face? I'm only kidding, of course. Empoleon's trident mask is a true work of art. Wallace explains that Piplup, rare in many regions, can be found by Inspira Harbor. Classmate bonds increased. Your water proficiency increased to 6.75. Evening. Oi, oi, oi. Here we are. Welcome back to class, ladies and gentlemen. Now, can anyone here quickly recap what I covered in this morning's lecture? Miss Green, you were talking about terrains and how they can change camouflage. When using camouflage on an active terrain, you change the type of Pokemon that the terrain helps. Quite right. Now, I've mentioned before how to create a terrain, but sometimes one does not want the battlefield to... But sometimes one does not want the battlefield to be altered. There are 4 ways of removing terrains that I recommend you brush up on. The first method is simply overriding the terrain with one of your own. If Misty Terrain is currently in effect, and a Grookey with the Grassy Surge ability comes in, the terrain will be Mrs. Moore, Leafy Terrain. Wait, sorry, got mixed up. Sorry, Grassy Terrain. Correct. This may seem basic, but using terrain setting moves is the simplest way to get rid of a different terrain. It is not, however, the most common way terrains disappear. Terrains will, of course, on their own accord, disappear after 5 standard turns, or 8 turns if... Mr. von Schwarzdrachen, please do not interrupt me. You are correct, but it is disrespectful to both me and your classmates to continually interrupt. Humph. What Mr. von Schwarzdrachen says is correct. Terrains last for 8 turns if the user is holding the terrain extender item. This is one of those items whose function is entirely apparent from the name, much more sensibly named than the life orb, which is an orb that removes life. But that's a lecture for the future, I suppose. Now we come to the crux of the matter. Please take notes on this. Exams are open book, so there's no reason not to, unless you're worried about carpal tunnel syndrome, in which case you should be quite thankful you are not in Professor Willow's class. His students go through pencils like they're eating them. But that won't be on the test. The third and final way a terrain may be removed is through a series of moves that explicitly perform that function. Oak takes a quick glance at his notes. Steel Roller... You suddenly realize that Professor Oak has notes. For as long as you'd known him, he had never written down a plan. Wow, Professor Cherry really did a number on him. Defog really removes? Oh, I didn't know that Defog removes terrain. It makes sense, but Defog, Ice Spinner, Steel Roller. These moves will entirely remove any extant terrain without replacing it. They have other effects too. Defog and Mortal Spin will remove hazards on your side of the field. Defog will extend the same courtesy to your opponents, while also removing any barriers in place. Light Screen, Reflect, that sort of thing. Steel Roller is a very powerful steel-type move, hitting well above the comparable Iron Head or Flash Cannon. That being said, it will entirely fail if there is no active terrain when used. One can see, then, how its large damage potential is mitigated by the logistics of sustaining an active terrain every time you want to use it. And, well, I believe that's the end of the lecture. You should now know everything you need to pass the upcoming test with flying colors. I fucking hope you guys aren't sick of Professor Oak's voice. It is super high-pitched and squeaky. Of course, I've generally been advised to avoid teaching to the test, but I think at this point that doing so may be for the best. On the subject of the test, there are 3 pieces of information you should remember. The first is that your opponent will exclusively attack your Kecleon, as long as it is able to. You must not let them. If your Kecleon takes a single point of damage, you cannot pass this exam. The second thing to remember is that almost all Pokemon on the field will be burned and equipped with an air balloon. I suppose it was very hot air. The final thing is that your opponent will only use the following moves: Leech Seed, Dragon Claw, and Bullet Punch. It will be up to you to determine which opposing Pokemon will use which move, and then what you need to do to counter it. Abilities are extremely important in this test. Before you commit to any moves, look over your Pokemon and make sure you understand what their abilities do. If no one has any questions, then please take out your pencils. I know I need not tell you this, but this will be graded. Alright, let's figure this out. Let's bash our heads against a brick wall, baby. Gabite floats with his air balloon, Impidimp floats with air balloon, blah blah blah. Okay, so Camouflage. Because you're going to use a Dragon type move, which means we set up Misty Terrain because Impidimp has Misty Terrain. Is that the joke? There we go, Misty Terrain. Kecleon use Camouflage, Dragon Claw, no effect on Kecleon. Yep. Then we've got, oh, so I have to guess which Pokemon comes out next. Bullet Punch. Priority. So let's assume that it's the Bullet Puncher next. Gabite fainted. It is not the Bullet Puncher next. Shit. Alright. Time to retake the test. Okay, there we go. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so Camouflage, Misty Terrain, blah, blah, blah. And then we send out Grookey first. Discard, Taunt, Endure, Growl. Huh. Toss away your item to raise speed and evasion sharply. Oh, wait. Grassy Surge. Duh. Never mind. I'm smart. Ugh. Camouflage. Taunt? Endure, maybe? I assume let's just use Taunt. Alright, and then Indeedee. Then Psychic Surge. Camouflage. And let's just say Protect. Why not? Oh, wait. Fuck. Go back. Wait. Go back. I didn't mean to skip that far. Old Man Oak is just slowly leafing through the tests. It's impossible to tell what he's thinking. Well, at least I'm confident in my score. Well, this is good to see. Yes, Mr. von Schwarzdrachen. Thank you for raising your hand. What is it? Can you provide specifics regarding our performance? How did we do as a class? Or how we did as a class? Well, I haven't fully graded them yet, but after a thorough glance, it appears that we may be doing better. Granted, we all have a ways to go, but this is a marked and objective sign of improvement. He says we. He's also learning, huh? Well, that's all the time we have for today's test. Thank you for your patience. Have a nice day. Are you going to talk to Ethan in Yellow now? Not right now. I've got some other stuff to do first. But before I go to bed today, don't worry. Fine. What's this about? You don't need to know. Look, if you don't tell her, I will. And wouldn't you rather tell the story from your point of view? Ah, fine. Leaf, you're helping me train. I'll tell you then. Huh, is this how Yellow feels? On the one hand, I totally don't want to do what he says, but now I'm curious about what's happening between you four. And I guess he's been training my Dratini for a while. This would be a good time to check on him anyway. Sounds good. See you back at the dorm. Alright. Here we are. We have our free time, baby. And now, oh, she's here, and that's gross. Anyways, let's do some actual training. You know, the kind we didn't do last episode. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, so it's really kneecapping me now. I think I'm over-leveled because Absol was getting like 10 XP for kill. So let's just head back and call it a day. Yep. 126, 589. Well, 589. That gets kneecapped as well. They receive less. 196, 147, 196, 589. Isn't that nice? Level 23. Sharpie leveled up. Wants to learn Ice Fang. Finally, bro. Love that shit. Yes, please. Luigi Jr. leveled up. Something coming out. Oh, Snorunt, Delmise, and Piplup Everall. Or Snorunt, Everall, Delmise for Everall, and Piplup Everall. Interesting. Okay. Okay, you finish up your business early and head to the dorm. Hey guys. Hey man. Hi, how was your day? Pretty good. Melody didn't do anything crazy in class today, and Old Man Oak seems like he's really trying to turn things around. Man, I know he's your friend, but I don't know how you could live with him as a teacher. I'm pretty sure hearing him lecture made me stupider. It's clear he's very passionate about what interests him. It's just unfortunate that there wasn't much overlap between what was on the tests and what he taught us. Yeah, it's bad enough for 1 week, but if you've had him for like 8 weeks, right? I'd request a transfer if I were you. There's a spot in Chris's class between Yellow and I. Horizontal ellipsis. He's my friend, and I don't leave my friends behind, no matter how badly they're doing. Anyone can be brilliant with enough time and support. Even my 65-year-old teacher. Even my tubby Pikachu who only showed an actual interest in battling a month ago. Yeah, you're right. Well, would you like to play a game? It's a while before curfew. I was actually hoping we could talk. It's what we're best at. See, Blue told me you guys had a bit of a disagreement. Man, did Blue seriously ask you to patch things up between us and him? Horizontal ellipsis. I'm sorry, Schlepp. I know your heart's in the right place, but this doesn't really have anything to do with you. At least hear me out. He told me that he had a serious conversation with you, Ethan. Like a really meaningful one. That's a matter of opinion. And then he said that his Eevee threw up the Foreveralls, and you guys thought he was just faking the connection to get the stones. Are you saying that's not what happened? Old Man Oak and I don't really understand how the power works, yet. But I don't think that should even be possible. I think the fact the stones showed up means he really did have a connection with you. A connection that meant something to him. At least, that's how it worked for Luigi Jr. and I. Okay. Cool, I believe you. See, Blue? What did I say? Told you it was easy. Doesn't mean I'm not still mad at him, though. Oh, I mean, okay, fair. But why? Come on, he stomps around this dorm like he's trying to shake the pictures off the walls, to shake the pictures off the walls of the room below us. I've always been the guy who defends him whenever you say something bad about him, but he doesn't even bother to remember my name half the time. He makes me feel like that party member that's mandatory in a bunch of story segments, but no one actually wants to use. But I mean, that's just me whining. You've seen how he treats Yellow, right? Go on, Yell, tell him. I've given him so much of my time and energy, and all I want is a little thanks, but he'll never give me that, and not even a kind smile or warm hand. I don't want to keep going through the cycle of him taking me for granted, then I get mad at him, then he does something big to make up for it, then I forgive him, and then he takes me for granted again. I don't want to be saved, I just want to be safe. So like, sure, maybe we were wrong about this one time, but can you blame us for assuming the worst? No, I didn't assume the worst. I wanted to believe in him. I really did. I was just too tired. I know, Yell. Sorry. Shouldn't have spoken for you. But yeah, no, I absolutely assumed the worst. And you can't really blame me for that, after everything Blue has given us to work with. I was waiting for him to talk with us, but he never came. He hasn't said a word to me in 4 days. And then he sends you to sort this out for him? Honestly, the more I think about this, the more pissed off I get. Like, he's trying to use your friendship power to ignore the problem. If I was you, I'd be pissed too. I honestly hadn't even thought of it like that, but come to think of it, yeah. Yeah, he is trying to use me, isn't he? Why shouldn't I be pissed? He can solve his own problems. I've had enough of people hating me for my power. I don't want the people who don't hate me for me to use it. You know what, actually? I'm sorry! Huh? I'm sorry. Here I go again. What are you sorry for, Blue? I'm sorry for taking you for granted, but I promise, don't, Blue, don't promise. I don't need grand gestures. I don't need oaths. I don't need vows. I just need... Horizontal ellipsis. I will try harder. I do appreciate you, and I mean it this time. Thank you. Now it's Ethan's turn. I'm sorry to you too. I wasn't trying to get the stones until I did. I didn't think I could ever get you enough to even get the stones anyway. But I do get you more than I did anyway. And since I get you, I get why you'd be mad, which is fair. But I do remember your name, even if I just call you or whatever. Fine. Huh? Is that it? Don't know what you want me to say, man. I've only known you for 2 months, and you've been a massive PITA for both of them. I defended you because I'm a contrarian, not because I actually disagreed with anything anyone was saying. You're not turning me around in a single conversation. That's fair. Wait. Oh, this is great. I got it. Here, take this. Wait, are those? Yeah, foreveralls. I'm never going to be able to pay for the school, am I? This power. Dude, you're just giving them to us? They only work on Pichu, and it's not like I'm going to use one of these They only work on Pichu, and it's not like I'm going to use one of those electric rats you three use. Okay, how do we give them to our Pokemon? You just kind of push them on. They kind of sink into the Pokemon, like one of those stick-on gems you buy at the craft stores. This doesn't hurt the Pokemon? No, the Pokemon can just release them whenever they want. You don't look enthused. Well, I may have mentioned once or twice, I'm completely broke. I was hoping that I could sell these foreveralls to champions to pay for my tuition, which becomes harder if someone's giving them away for free. Relax, it's only 2 more. You think I'm really gonna hand these out to anyone else? No, but I'm still worried. So I hate to admit this, but giving me a shiny one-of-a-kind Pokemon enhancing gem has kind of helped patch things over. Of course, I don't know what it does yet. If it's something lame, like making my Pichu turn normal type or whatever, I'll be pretty pissed. Ha! I guarantee it won't be. My foreveralls are way better than whatever trash Schlepp generates. I mean, the champions won't even want to buy from him when they see what I can do. Don't even joke about that. Come on, let's go to the gym. It's late enough that it should be mostly empty, and we won't have to run back from the battle hall when curfew gets too close. I'm game. Amarillo? Horizontal ellipsis. Of course. Oh, I should heal my Pokemon. Fuck. Luigi Jr. and shit. Luigi Jr. again. And oh, this is not good. I guess Orochi? Fuck. Alright, Pichu equipped. Let's see what this rock does. Blue, I'll battle you. Please go easy on me. Ha, yeah, we'll go easy on you. Guess we're paired then. Oh yeah, what kind of battle are you thinking? Singles, chum, doubles, buddy, triples, confidant. Let's say... I like doubles. Sounds good. Let me just rearrange my team. Alright, ready. Let's go. Okay, I am not fully healed, but let's do it anyway. Oh, thank God it heals my team. Oh, awesome. Spirit Break. Spirit Break. There we go. Now we go Poison Tail on the same slot, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, I knew it. Orochi's wishes coalesced. Yep, Toxic Spikes. Brick Break on Orochi? Why didn't you use Brick Break on Callum? That's weird. Alright, man, whatever. Poison Tail on Quilava. Oh, wait. You don't have the Everall, so you don't have Brick Break. Oh, no, wait, you do. You used Poison Tail on Orochi instead of on Callum. You could have used Poison Tail on Callum, but you couldn't have used Brick Break on Callum because you don't have the Everall. Never mind. There we go. Orochi wants to learn Night Slash. Ooh, I like Night Slash. It is better than Bite. Thank you. Yep, poisoned. Yep. Alright, Pichu, we just got a new power-up. Let's see what it does. Okay, this is exciting. Hey, is it just me, or does Pichu look a little tougher than before? Quilava fainted. Orochi gained 10 experience. Let's see. Clodsire absorbed the toxic spikes. Okay, Night Slash. I guess let's hit Poison Tail on Pichu. Oh. Never mind, he got one shot. Is this the part where he comes back to life and does a cool thing? Or like mine did? Or not? Man, figures. Well, don't know what I was expecting. We got a power-up, not an I win button. Anyway, this fight isn't done until one of us is out of lives. And it looks like to me I've got some left. Alrighty then. Let's see. Night Slash on Clodsire, and then use Brick Break on Pawniard. There you go. Liberation limit increased by 1. Nice going. Guess I gotta spend some time grinding before I'm hitting your numbers. It's just practice. That wasn't bad for your first time using Foreveralls. But I feel actually like Pichu got a bit stronger, didn't she? I mean, compared to how she was before the battle. You're her trainer. You tell me. Yeah, I think that's it. Kind of funny that Blue ended up giving us Foreveralls before you, huh? Horizontal ellipsis. Wait, did you not think of that? Let's talk about something else. Anyway, Yellow, what's up with your Foreverall? What does that one do? Same thing? We couldn't get it to trigger. Huh? I've never had problems triggering Foreveralls before. Yeah, and I didn't have any problems just now either. The stone just won't stick to Choo Choo. Oh, that's weird. True to Yellow's word, when she presses the Foreverall to Choo Choo, it refuses to make any sort of connection. Well, I'm stumped. Maybe Choo Choo's too weak to handle it? You trained my Pokemon, Blue. Isn't it the same training you've given your Eevee? Ha! I trained my Pokemon, and Leaf Stratini, by putting them through the grinder, setting them up against a massive amount of foes, and pushing them to their absolute limit. That's what I do as well. I train your Pokemon by giving them softball opponents that they're never in any actual danger from. Well, why? What? Wait, you didn't know? I thought you didn't want your Pokemon to evolve. That kind of training is ideal for building up a Pokemon's energy without causing them to want to evolve. It's called soft hand training. Normally people who want to train their Pokemon for fun, but only keep them as pets, use it. Oh, well, yes, that's correct. If you do want your Pokemon to evolve, just let me know. I can do that too. Maybe evolution would make your Choo Choo strong enough to handle that Foreverall. We can ask your grandfather about it. He might have some theories. Yeah. That's interesting, though. Yellow doesn't want her Pokemon to evolve? Why would that be? Alright, well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm bushed. It's almost curfew, after all, so let's get back to the dorm as soon as possible. Right with you. Yes! Alright. I should text someone before I head to bed. You feel restless for some reason, as though there's a scratching under your skin. Unable to focus on texting anyone, you decide to go to sleep early. There are spiders underneath your skin. Halfway across campus, there's someone else who feels the same way. Interesting. You were... Oh, fantastic. You are no longer you. We're doing this again. Okay, who are we this time? Let's see. But you have not been you for a while. Oh, we get to play as Charon. Oh, this is cool. Never mind. sarcastic comment withdrawn. I'm actually not very bothered by this. I'm so tired. Why can't I sleep? I'll call Dad. He's probably still up writing anyway. Hey, kiddo. Haven't heard from you in a while. Horizontal ellipsis. Hey, what's this? I can't see you, kid. I fell. My phone broke a little bit. Horizontal ellipsis. Well, alright then, kiddo. Just let me know if you need a replacement. Alright. I hope I didn't wake you up. Not a chance. You know your old man. I've been working on this massive article, an expose on the construction of the PWT. You'd never believe what those Driftvale contractors are doing. Get this, they're actually hiring illegal immigrants on purpose, so they can blackmail them and force them to work for lower wages. Well, I won't stand for it. I don't care how many billions they're saving. No amount of money is worth the price of human dignity. As soon as I publish this article, their whole operation will crack like an egg. I tell you, kiddo, this article will be bigger than the Bernius interview. Stay safe. An article like that will make you enemies. Ha, kiddo, way too late for that one. I was running away from corporate thugs with sock on their belts since I was younger than you. And you know what? I do the whole thing again. Hey, Charon, what's up? You're all quiet. I'm just tired. Come on, kiddo. I'm a journalist. I find truth. Besides that, you're my son. I know when you're upset. It's a deeper tiredness. Today was exhausting. Oh, yeah? Well, tell me about it. Okay. Good morning, you two. I trust your patrols were uneventful. Damage report? All clear skies and smooth seas, Captain. Someone set fire to a dumpster. Melody made 2 different girls cry, and 1 guy. Brendan and May were caught in the janitor's closet again. On the faculty side of things, Seabold and Katie are fighting. Since they can't agree on what to cook, they're demanding a doubled kitchen budget to make 2 meals a day. All clear skies and smooth seas, Captain. Oh, and someone made an effigy of you and hung it in the auditorium. Oh, that's a new one. Was it you? Well, I didn't stop them. Ah, we have fun. Well, I suppose I'd better resolve some of these issues. Hey! Good morning again, Gardenia. No one said business. That's not it. I have finally had it. Undeniable proof that this school is haunted. We've talked about this. There's no such thing as ghosts, and your nagging that the disciplinary committee drop the important work we're doing to chase phantoms continues to grate on our limited time and patience. Important work? That's a laugh. I didn't sign up with you to actually do disciplinary committee work. Even I feel annoyed at how little we can actually do. We totally do important work. Just yesterday, we helped find a student's lost Pokeball. Remember? We spent all day on that. A single Pokeball? They cost like 200 Poke. That's what I said. I didn't even have a Pokemon in it. We're getting off topic. Gardenia, we will not be participating in your ghost hunt. Please take this request to the Occult Club. I told you that won't work. Or that won't work. Only people who don't believe in ghosts can get rid of them. The Occult Club is full of believers. And I suppose the instant we find these ghosts, we'd be helpless to exorcise them. Presumably, finding them would make it quite clear that they are in fact real. Just seeing isn't believing. Like how you can see Schlepp isn't evil, but can't believe it. That stubbornness, that refusal to believe, is what's needed to really get rid of a ghost. Horizontal ellipsis. If you won't leave, then I will. I have real work to do. Ha! Every time you tell me about those two, they crack me up. Silver and Skyla, right? I'm pretty sure I know Skyla's dad. Never heard of this Silver guy, but if he's a Jetonian, he's off my beat. They tolerate me, which is more than can be said about most people. I'd be careful about that Gardenia girl, though. I get a dangerous vibe from her. I feel like she knows exactly what she wants, and she's not going to take no for an answer. You're very right. Anyway, later in the day. I don't know when I should switch Charon's voice back, because he had a much higher voice back then. Because this is post-crisis Charon. When does post-crisis Charon change? I suppose that's what I need to figure out. Come in. Ugh. Yo, dickless. My name is Charon. Of course it is. So, 3rd time today, right? Do I get a prize? No. You're boring me. I am not here to entertain. You are here to think on what you have done wrong in silence. Uh-huh. Because I'm pretty sure ex-champion Wallace sent me here expecting you to punish me. Horizontal ellipsis. But you can't do that, can you? I will elevate this incident to the student council, as I have been instructed to do in matters concerning you. You write a note on a piece of paper, placing it on the stack next to you. The stack is already quite large. So dickless. You know, if I'm gonna be here so often, could you at least put a beanbag in here? Maybe hook up a Wii on that wall there? Do you do Mario Party? Mario Party co-op? Oh no, of course you don't, because that would require friends. And a dick. Thanks. I'd almost prefer if it were Schlepp who kept excuse me. I'd almost prefer if it were Schlepp who kept getting sent here. That Melody, what a piece of work. You said she was Lawrence Phobos' niece? Odd. I don't recall him having any siblings. That guy's a real piece of work, too. Coworker wrote an article about alleged illegal acts happening in Phobos' mansion, the Phobosphere. What a tacky name. And he lost his job the next day. I'm not calling that a coincidence. Anyway, what happened next? Alright, let's see. Here we go. Anything special? Rivalry, Vital Spirit, Rough Skin. Right. Come in. Oh, you two? What? Oh, was it the janitor's closet again? Empty classroom. Well, we thought it was empty. You're putting me in an exceedingly awkward position. Obviously, a little physical affection between consenting adults is not exactly something I wish to punish, but at this point, you've been warned to tone it down so many times, it truly feels like direct rebellion. I swear it wasn't, man. It's just that when we were together, I mean, Come on, we just love each other so much, Charon. You must love someone too. That much too, right? Surely you'd understand. I do. But I cannot simply let you off with a warning this time. You've had enough chances. Great job keeping the school safe from seeing a healthy relationship, Charon. Thank goodness you're here to save us from that. What do you mean? Why are you getting mad at him? Fine. You scribble a note and add it to the pile on your desk. The pile bulges and seems as though it's about to topple. The note you just added slides off the top and into the trash can next to your desk. You pretend not to notice. I really do understand, Brendan. Maybe I understand more than you ever could. College clique PDA. Classic, kiddo. Hey, you aren't getting into anything you shouldn't, are you? But if you are, well, college is the time for it. Just remember to wear protection. You probably don't want to hear your old man saying that, huh? My bad. How about the rest of your day? Alright, I've put this off long enough. I need to do this now. Sabrina, You wish to apologize? Yes. You truly never meant any harm to anyone except Schlepp. And even then, you only wanted to bring him down to everyone else's level. But your passion got the better of you, and you saw how dire the situation was when the school was invaded. You believed drastic measures were necessary. You feared meeting him one-on-one and accusing him directly, as if he was morally bankrupt. As you feared, he may remove your ability to tell others. You left your allies without oversight, believing that they would simply talk to the other students and gain compromising information, as you had done. You never meant for me to hurt. I know. I have had to hear you rehearsing this speech in your head for weeks, over and over, just waiting for you to finally say the words. My intentions were only ever good. I know. And because I cannot help but know your intentions, you feel entitled to my empathy. You will not get it. Take nothing but my scorn. Take it, leave with it, and stay gone. Horizontal ellipsis, as you wish. Horizontal ellipsis. Are you alright, kiddo? Finally, almost time to go back to the dorm, where I can be surrounded by people who may hate me, but at least don't talk to me. Huh? Who is it? The disciplinary committee is closed for today. Sharon. Thank goodness it's just you. I thought it was a late night complaint or... You don't look happy. I'm not, Sharon. That pile of reports you gave us this afternoon. Why wasn't Brendan and May's PDA reported there? What? We know they were caught and reported here as instructed. Brendan told us later to apologize for giving us more work, but we didn't have any work because we were never told. No good deed goes unpunished. It's a foolish rule, a relic of Kobukon's past. We are not children. This is not a high school. Brendan and May did not do anything wrong. That is not for you to decide. You had your chance to change the law when you were running for student council. You exist to serve the law, not debate it. Horizontal ellipsis. Roxanne will tell Drayden about this. I imagine he'll have words for you. Remember, you are a member of the disciplinary committee as a punishment. This is not justice. Justice is an ephemeral, a convenient spirit that means only what the speaker says. What we want, concretely, is a school where the student council can rely on the disciplinary committee to follow the established rules laid out until such a time as they've changed. Justice is a ghost. Do what you said you would do. Stop chasing ghosts. How long has this episode been going? 48 minutes. Okay. Horizontal ellipsis. There are bad days, kiddo. There will always be bad days. Things will turn around. I hope you're right, but what if I don't deserve that for them to turn around? What if this forever is what I deserve? I can't believe that. It's easy to give up. Every time I bust out the typewriter, I have to consider if I'm okay ruining my life over what I'm about to write. And people have promised all sorts of things in retaliation. If I had a nickel for every time someone said I'd regret this, I could have sent you to Kobukon twice. And you know what? Sometimes I did. Sometimes I did regret it. But even when I thought I'd done something wrong, I knew I meant to do the right thing. That's all anyone can do. Besides, call it my bias, but I don't think you did anything wrong. I hurt hundreds of innocent people. I may have only managed to expose a single person who actually deserved it. Kid, you're my boy, Charon. For the first moment I held you in my arms, I knew I would love, trust, and believe in you, no matter who or what you became. My only fear when you left Unova is that you'd come back thinking you had to be like them to win. And everything you're telling me tells me that you're as far from that as you ever were. Dad, keep your head up, kiddo. And call me more often. I miss you. It's lonely here without you. Remember, kid, even when your mom left us, I knew I'd done the right thing. If I can still hold my head high and believe in justice after that, you can too. Maybe justice is a ghost. But is there really anything so wrong with chasing ghosts? Love you. It seems that positively affecting reality absolutely eludes me. Perhaps it is only in fiction, then, that my influence can be found. Fine. Remind me. What was that poem you held so much stock in, the cause of all those early morning interruptions? In hollowed halls, old with wear, shadows call to those who dare. One living, ghost in mortal shell. The one changed, ghost back from hell. One dead, ghost here furthermore. Two unfed, ghosts once adorned. By day they hide, by night they roam. Haunted specters far from home. Disaster comes with undrawn breath. If not freed, naught else comes but death. As the enemy forces gather in the night, the banner of liberation flies higher, readying for the fight. Your resolve resonates through Luigi Jr. Luigi Jr.'s liberation limit increased by 20? Okay, that's cool. Well, let's do something with that then. I'll be right back. See what I can manage. Okay, we're back. So I just did some tomfoolery, and now we have Evie Everall on our Luigi Jr., and I replaced Aerialace with Disarming Voice, because now the Everall gives us stab with all of our moves, which is fantastic. So that makes everything stronger. I also replaced Aerialace with Disarming Voice because A, we get stabbed from it, and B, it gives us extra coverage for dragon types, which we do not have any coverage for. So hopefully it's not worse than Aerialace, but only time will tell for that one. Either way, let's continue. Good. Okay, I was going to say good morning, but I'm worried what you'll do to me if I finish that sentence. What's up? I did it. Never doubted it for a moment. What was it you did again? I figured out how to patch the Ethan Yellow-Blue bridge. I stayed up all night working on a plan, but I have it figured out. And it's one of my best ones if I do say so myself. We'll subtly execute it across a time span of 4 days, and it involves a local escape room, Nate owing me a favor, and 7 pounds of smoked carrots? That's great. There's just one issue. There better not be. Hey, you two. We're going to get breakfast together. Get your asses in gear, slowpokes. We? Huh? Yeah, we. The dorm. Us. That means you two as well. What? Did you stay up all night again? You really gotta start taking this school seriously. No way you'll make a dent if you keep half-assing it like this. There's renovations going on in the kitchen, so you know it's gonna be a little loud. We'll be in the cafeteria, but I'm not saving you slackers a seat. I will. Don't worry. Thanks, man. Horizontal ellipsis. Can I know what the plan was? Leaf sullenly hands you a 20-page document with bookmarks, titles, an outline, and an index. Though impressive, it's clear the author was becoming more and more delirious as it was written. Your knowledge increased to 13. Nice. You help Leaf get to the cafeteria, scarf down some Chargerbug-shaped waffles, then head to Professor Oak's homeroom, where he continues to surprise by teaching somewhat relevant information, besides an unexpected and unasked-for tangent detailing the breeding habits of Wailord. With a skitty? Yeah, there it is. I was wondering when that was going to be referenced. But here we go. Steel level 8. We're getting close to that new move. Ethan is sneakily playing on his Game Boy Advance. Hope for the teacher doesn't see. Some will tell you that building a good moveset takes years of study. That's nonsense. It isn't rocket science. For most situations, there are one or two moves that just outclass the rest. The formula is pretty simple. Most damage times best accuracy equals best move. Say your steel Pokemon needs a physical attack. Most of the time, that's going to be Iron Head. For a special attack, you'd use Flash Cannon. Why? They both hit a lot, they both hurt a lot, end of story. They've got their little bonuses. Iron Head can cause flinching, but that isn't the point. The point is, you shouldn't be intimidated by choosing moves. Half of it is just common sense. Of course, if your Pokemon does have some special gimmick, you might as well use it. Gigaton Hammer is worth the move slot. Byron cites Meteor Mash and Gear Grind as other strong but niche moves. There we go. Steel proficiency increased to 9. That means we're getting close to our move. I'm excited to see what it's all about. Here we go. Alder and Bruno look pretty serious today. Excuse me, please pay attention. Whoa, Alder never talks like that. What's happening? This class is the largest class that Kobukan holds. Students from all homerooms, electives, and positions mixed together. This is a good thing. Exposing yourself to new ideas, new people, and new ways of battle and partnership with Pokemon can only make you stronger. What does not make you any stronger is putting down other students. A student recently approached me, a member of the Coordinator Club. This student says that because of their membership in the Coordinator Club, they've had to endure harassment from other students. Some vague notion that being a member of the Coordinator Club makes you weaker or less deserving of your spot in Kobukan. Nonsense. Now, there's no logic behind this. If yes, you with your hand raised. Melody, was it? I don't know who it was, but running to a teacher after hearing a couple of mean words does sound pretty weak. There is no weakness in asking for help. Begging for protection. The first winning move in any battle is to avoid it. In this environment, where we instructors exist to protect, approaching us is a smart move. You exist to protect? Hilarious. You're a big name on the list of bigger names meant to lure kids. You're a big name on a list of bigger names meant to lure kids in and convince them to beg their parents to go bankrupt based on some vague idea of the future Kobukan can give us. You do the opposite of protecting. This academy ruins lives, and its staff. You're all complicit. That is enough. Go to the disciplinary committee's office. As though we were, in any way, empowered to do anything about her. Yeah, sure, whatever. I got a nice little chair there. I'll just kick up my feet while I wait for the DC to get out of gym class. Is that it? Horizontal ellipsis. We aren't your enemy, Melody. Yes. Yes, you are. Oh, Bruno, put a shirt on. The point I was trying to make was that just because someone trains their Pokemon for beauty over strength, it does not mean they are weak. Similarly, just because someone trains their Pokemon for strength over beauty, it does not mean they are simple-minded. It takes all sorts of Pokemon to fill this world, the strong and the beautiful, the wise and the quick. There is no path more worth walking than another. If you have the time, walk all of them. You'll never travel the world on a single road. Alright, I don't really feel like giving a lecture right now, so let's just begin the battles. Looks like what Melody said really affected him. He probably knew her last year, but I'm getting the impression she wasn't like this last year, based on... She wasn't like this last year, based on Alder spoke. Based on Alder spoke? Based on Alder spoke? Oh, based on how Alder spoke. Durr. But the student council did say she just caused as much trouble back then. She caused just as much trouble back then. Hey! Oh, hi. Sorry, what's up? Weren't you listening? Geez, at least pay attention to the instructors. Don't you know how expensive the school is? Boy, do I. Look, Bruno said you and I are battling. This time... Okay, hang on. I get to try out my funny little dude. There we go. This time, I'm not letting Psyduck just jump out and battle by himself. That means you better watch yourself. Just because I'm in the Coordinator Club doesn't mean I'm not a tough trainer. I'll prove you can't look down on me just because you're part of the battle team. I promise the thought had never occurred to me. Sure, You're probably just looking for another opportunity to make a joke again. Are you actually still upset about that? Of course, you jerk. Jeez. I mean, the least you could do is apologize for making fun of something I was serious about. Horizontal ellipsis. That was your cue, you know. I'll keep that in mind. Oh, you, battle me! Alright, let's go. Alrighty, she is pretty high level. Thunderfang, we got it, baby. Super effective on Psyduck, special defense. Why did that do so little damage? That was weird. Let's see. Interesting. Oh! Ow, that hurts. Let's see. Switched out Brionne, Thunderfang. Interesting. So that should give me stab for all the moves, unless I'm confusing that with something else? I'm not sure. Either way, Orochi, you handle this. Poison Tail. Yep. Brionne used Encore. I don't care about that. There you go. Orochi gained 10 experience. Amora's badly poisoned. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, right. I'm still Encored. Let's switch to... Fuck, let's switch to Free Willy. Give him a shot. Hey, hit him with Metal Claw. There we go. Pikachu's liberation limit increased by 1. Yeah, I'm not surprised you won. Oh, I can't go back. God damn it. Hold on. I might go back. That would take too long. Whatever. That's the power of the battle team, I guess. You're always going to be stronger than some girl from the coordinator club. Hey, that's not true at all. Remember what Alder said? Besides, Dawn's a coordinator, and she, well, I'm just very thankful I've only fought her Altaria once. Dawn basically doesn't count. She was in the battle team first anyway. Sure, but she didn't want to be. Haven't you ever been forced into something you didn't? Horizontal ellipsis. No. And there she goes. And those were some good battles today. I'm confident that our leagues are in good hands with you students taking the reins. Okay, so I assume the phrases that he says after are predetermined? Or, like, picked from a random set? Okay, hey Red. Hey, don't you have to go chew out Melody? 9th time this week. All she does is waste our time, since the worst we can do is tell the student council, and they won't do anything about her. Roxanne said she couldn't do anything either. She even said Drayden can't do anything. Damn, I wish she'd just disappear. Well, wait, I wasn't asking you to do anything to her. That wasn't a command. No, I know. Good. Sometimes, my tenants, if I make an offhanded comment about something... Anyway, I gotta be careful about what I say. Anyway, I just wanted to ask you something. During gym class, it looked like Ethan's Pikachu was... Or Pichu was, I don't know, sparking or something? Well, it is an electric type. Bull. There's more to it than that. It looked like the same kind of thing your Pikachu did in that fight against Dawn. What's going on? Well, Silver is my friend. I guess I should tell him. I'll tell you, but please keep it a secret. Thanks, and don't worry, I'll bury it. Blue's Eevee can make the same gems my Pikachu can. He gave a couple of those gems to Ethan and Yellow to make up for a misunderstanding. That doesn't sound like Blue. Guess he's got more depth than I thought. Whatever, I get it. So Blue's the one spreading these powers around? Pretty sure it's a one-time thing. He only gave them out because he felt pretty bad. Yeah, let's hope. See you around. Alright, so let's go to the independent table. Go to the independent table and study with Misty. Study water types. There we go. Okay, and now we go to water class. God, I need to do some testing with that, because I feel like that wasn't stab. You know? It says it gives me stab, and when I looked at the other Everalls, the effect that it said it gave to the other Pokemon, it also gave to him. Like, I gave the Everall, like, I gave not the Absol, I gave the Aeron Everall to Pikachu, and it gave him Filter. So, maybe that, I don't know why, I feel like that should have done more damage. Maybe... Oh. I see now. I see. It's because Pikachu is really weak. I mean, wow, 36 as opposed to 70? Fuck, dude. Anyways. Whoa, Ethan, are you alright? What, do I look tired? Yeah, man, I'm fine. There aren't many types which resist the power of water. Water isn't very strong against itself. The attacks just swirl together and get the battlefield all soggy. Besides that, only dragon types and grass types can take a beating from the waves. Conveniently, both of those problems have the same solution. As it so happens, dragon and grass Pokemon are equally vulnerable to ice. And what's ice but crystallized water? There are dozens of water types that can learn icy moves, especially from TMs. It's handy to have one on deck. Spend enough time at the harbor and you just might spot a Lapras. Wallace explains how to mount a saddle on a shell. There we go, water proficiency increased to 8. Proficiency, not whatever stumbling mess that came tumbling out of my mouth. Good evening. It has been 1 week since I've returned to this classroom. Well, 5 days, but to quibble about such details is not necessary at this time. As we have some time before next Monday's quiz, which I expect shall be of similar difficulty to Monday's quiz, as opposed to yesterday's, I would like to give a lecture on Champion Lance Tatsuhara. I understand one may see this as an irrelevancy to the grand scheme of battling, but this is a calculated move. Any student of mine who wishes to become world champion will eventually have to face him, as if there is one truth to his existence, it is that he will not cease his attempts to become world champion under any conditions ever. Yes, Miss Birch. What if we aren't interested in becoming world champion? Then you're not in my way. Smart move. Blue, sit down. In the event that you have no ambition towards the slot of world champion, or perhaps none towards battle-related fields whatsoever, I'll just ask for your patience as I deliver a very quick history of the Indigo League. I'll set a timer to cut myself off, no more than 10 minutes. You quickly take a glance at the clock. 10:03 p.m. Champion Lance won the Kanto Championship in 1995 after 34 attempts, breaking with all tradition, Lance executed many of those attempts back-to-back. On May 5th, 1995, Champion Lance launched 4 formal challenge attempts in a row, a record that had never been beaten before or since. Of course, the record prior was 1 challenge. To this day, Champion Lance is the only person who has challenged a formal Pokemon League multiple times in a single day. His efforts paid off on November 11th of the same year. He won his 34th attempt at the Kanto League and became the Kanto Champion. Yes, Mr. von Schwarzdrachen? You don't have to say the full thing every time. Anyway, looking at the battle records, it looks like Lance began his challenges in late 1994, then challenged the league multiple times per week until May 5th. Yes, I believe that's correct. But after May 5th, he took a long break. Why was that? He didn't resume his challenges until October, almost 6 months later. That seems so out of character. Oh! Well, I'm afraid, Mr. V.S., I'm not quite sure myself. However, your position on the battle team privileges you with a good opportunity to ask, no? He doesn't talk about himself much. Yes, he is rather taciturn. In any case, after attaining the Kanto Championship, he allowed himself to rest on that victory for a few years. In early 2001, however, he began challenging the Johto League. 17 attempts later, on the same day he had won the Kanto Championship 6 years earlier, he was entered into another Hall of Fame, becoming the first 2-time regional champion in history. If we discount Champion Stone's reclaiming of his previous title, of course. Yes, Mrs. Berlitz. Or Miss Berlitz, she's not married. Is that when he got rid of a bunch of the Elite Four? Well, that's a rather pointed way of putting it, but the fact of the matter is that he was condensing 2 Elite Four into 1. Some cuts did need to be made. Tell me, who can name some members of the Indigo Elite Four? Oh, you can just shout it out. No hands necessary for this one. I know Bruno's one. Instructor Koga's another. Karen and Will. This is easily accessible information. That's correct. Specifically, they are to be challenged in the order of instructors Will, Koga, Bruno, and Karen. However, this Elite Four is formed from unique circumstance. due to the aforementioned consolidation of the Kanto and Johto Leagues. Instructors Will and Karen were members of the Johto League that elected to stay on after Lance's ascension. Elite Four Bruno is in the same position on the Kanto side of things, and Instructor Kogo was recruited from his gym leader position by Lance directly. But what of the Elite Four that were not carried forward into the Indigo League? Analyzing their history may provide the greatest insight into Champion Lance's weaknesses, given how often they beat him, frankly. The Johto League Elite Four members were not retained. Ugh, excuse me, I'm so hungry and my head hurts. It's difficult to concentrate. The Johto League Elite Four members that were not retained were named Walker Wayne and Magnus Kobushi. Walker, a flying-type specialist, was a former gym leader in Violet City. He supposedly took his defeat at Champion Lance's hands quite poorly and immediately left Johto, swearing not to return until he could prove himself the superior flying-type master. One supposes he took Champion Lance for a bird keeper, as opposed to a dragon tamer? Excuse me. That sounds familiar. Was it something Brendan told me? Magnus was a fighting-type specialist, and was apparently quite inspired by the spirit of competition and battle that Lance showed him. He decided that he wanted to spread that spirit of competition to all of Johto, founding the Pokéathlon Dome just outside Goldenrod City. That's the motherfucker with the Poliwrath. I remember him. He decided that founding the Pokéathlon Dome, yep. Of course, the Pokéathlon has existed for centuries, but there had never been a single home to practice all events in that could support such a large audience. I have a baseball signed by Magnus. He was a great Pokéathlete himself years ago. Quite so. Now, just double-checking my notes. Yes, there was no Johtonian champion at the time of Champion Lance's ascension. So let's go over the Kanto side of things. The biggest impediment to his success in his Kanto League attempts was, of course, Lorelei Kana. Perhaps you have heard her referenced by other faculty. She is Kobukon's trustworthy legal representation. I believe he only had one Pokemon that could resist Miss Kana's many piercing Ice-type attacks. Indeed, the majority of his 34 Kanto runs started and ended at Miss Kana's doorway. Perhaps neither could endure the other. Immediately upon Champion Lance's ascendancy, Miss Kana left the Elite Four. Ferris is barking about something, of course he is. Whether she left of her own will, or Champion Lance dismissed her, it is not clear. But I imagine one or the other would be happy to divulge the details, though it seems likely that one may need to talk to both to get the full picture. The fourth Elite Four member was an Alolan girl, actually, Mina. Though quite young, she had prodigious skill, and was a master of the fairy type, which has seen very little success in Kanto historically, and after Lance won against her, she just wandered off. It seems that the third Elite Four member simply hired a child to fill that empty strongest Elite Four position slot as a way to mock Champion Lance. This was before the Paldean League debuted an even younger child as a core member of the Elite Four, of course. Perhaps it wouldn't have been considered as humorous to lose to an Elite Four containing a child 20 times if such a thing had already been common in another region. Gramps, what about Kanto Elite number 3? Oh, didn't I mention? That was Bruno. No, Bruno was number 2. You know, number 3, I met her once, right? Agatha. I'm afraid I have no memory of this person. What? Come on, Gramps, weren't you like rivals back in the day? You mentioned her on Wednesday, Agatha. I'm sorry, I can't recall anything about that person, the third Elite Four member. Sorry, Gramps, guess I was wrong. Wait, I remember, it was her, Drat. Well, that's that. Please pardon this little historical tangent. Perhaps I'll give more mini-lectures on the challenge attempts of various other champions, though few are as interesting as Champion Lance's. Oh my god, Okay, Professor Oak continues to teach about practical battle matters for the rest of the lesson. You have some time before your battle team meeting. What would you like to do? Okay. Ooh. Let's go see Rosa, blah, blah, blah. Oh my god, I could go see Silver's scene. I'm gonna go spend time with... Where's Misty? She's at the rec center. Let's go find Misty. You wanna go find Misty? Yeah. There we go. One-on-one time with Misty. Sharpier gains some XP, which is nice. The first match of the second round of the Quarter Clashes begins on August 18th, slightly under 3 months. Naturally, we will encounter no problems. Just like round 1, right? Unnecessary, Ethan. Sorry. Our training now should be looking ahead, past round 2. I fully believe everyone can get past round 2 as we are now, so we should be training for the opponents we'll see in round 3. Unfortunately, I'm not sure what battle format round 2 will take, but... Clap. Oh, god damn it, don't tell me Melody is here. Oh, wait, that was the other dude. Whatever the fuck his name was. With the dragon-looking hair. Come on. Lawrence. Ah, Lance. Must we get off on the wrong foot so soon? I'd certainly never disrespect you in such a fashion. Baron Lawrence Phobos III, if you please. I have no interest in pleasing you, Phobos, nor in entertaining your delusions of grandeur. My, such an attitude you have, Lancey boy. But that's just how your prodiginosal? Prodiginosal? That is a new word. That's just how your prodiginosal instructor is, battle team mates. You'll grow to love him, I'm sure. Baron Phobos, why, to what do you owe this great, extravagant, immaculate pleasure? Why, only my extreme interest in your development. As you may have heard, the Coordinator Club, my own beloved Coordinator Club, the one and only, has had a certain uptick in potential recently. Is it not fascinating how much more of a success a group may encounter when they receive an adequate amount of investment? And apparently I have a student to thank for this matter. I'm only here to check on your competency in comparison. Please ignore me. Consider me a fly on the wall, a mere annoyance, nothing to be acknowledged. I cannot imagine that will be difficult to do. Ah, he's so witty. Isn't he hilarious, battlers? Advisor Lance. As a board member, I've kept very much abreast of your status here in this school. Supposedly, you've only made a single student cry this year? Perhaps you're going soft. This time of year, I would have thought you'd have hit at least 3. Oh, cool. We have battle team uniforms. I didn't know that. Advisor Lance comforted me when I was crying. He did not cause it. That's absolutely lovely. But I think you might be oversharing a bit, no? Rather embarrassing, innit? Don't think we really needed to know that one, did we? Baron Phobos, if you want to... Talking? Wasn't it clear I was talking? Could you not hear me talking? Lawrence, you will not speak to my goddaughter that way. Or what, Lancey? Horizontal ellipsis. Come now, battle teamsters. I think we've all gotten off on the wrong foot. Everyone said a lot of things I think you'll come to regret. But why should we let that get in the way of our cooperation? I'm a coordinator, a lover, not a fighter. I even came here with a gift. I have an awful feeling I know what this gift is. Melody. Absolutely not. Now, there's lots of other factors to consider. Let's not let any of those nasty, awful, distracting prejudices interfere with our good judgment. Nor your pride, Lancey boy. I have neither pride nor prejudice. Bro, just like the book, or the movie, whichever one you prefer. Having difficulty believing that one. Melody brings nothing worthwhile to the team we do not already possess. This is true. We will not consider adding anyone to the team. Though, if I was going to, it would not be Melody. It would be Raihan, a gym leader strong enough to beat some champions. Yeah, that'd be fair. I pick him too. Alright, we tried. No luck. Let's bounce. Now. Let's not throw in the towel just yet. Perhaps Melody's prodigious talent in the nobler art of coordinating means she isn't the strongest battler, but I imagine she's stronger than your weakest battle team member. Perhaps not an addition, but a substitution. All my battle team members have potential exceeding Melody's. Ow. Potential? Come now, the battle team has never cared about potential. Not even back in my day. You want strength, yes? Well, pit her strength against yours. Surely you're not afraid of a little friendly competition from a coordinator. I will not be changing the composition of the battle team. Such inflexible thinking. Battlers really are a separate breed, aren't they, niece? Look, she said no, we don't need this. Let's just go. No. That simply can't happen. We need to give the old Kobukan try at the very least. Tell you what, oh captain of the battle team, if you graciously permit my champion to fight yours, then, assuming she loses, we'll say no more of the matter. And if she wins, then I simply must insist you allow her to join the team. I do hate to play this card, but please remember I am a Kobukan board member. One of many. Granted, but we are often of one mind about various topics. Not when it comes to the battle team. If you were, I'd have no doubt you would have closed the battle team. Janine, you have nothing to fear from Lawrence's insubstantial bluff. Horizontal ellipsis. She seems conflicted. I guess she doesn't want to give in to Lawrence's implied threat, but at the same time, she doesn't want to not let the battle team battle. You know what? Let's save. Let's save, because I want to beat the shit out of Melody. It would be fucking cathartic. To just fucking destroy her. That would be so funny. Volunteer to battle. Did she hear me? Jeez, Schlep. So reckless. Always getting in fights. Sorry about this guy. I can't control him. If he wants to battle, then he will. Personally, I'd be against it, of course. Oh, of course. Battle team maggots. So headstrong. So passionate. Just like I remember. A single battle. One round. No funny business. You. Shirley, right? You know it's not. I should let you... Was that supposed to be in parentheses? Whatever. It's fine. I should let you know. I don't make a good first impression in battle. Of course, I don't make a good first impression, period. And the really sad part is, you won't be around for the second impression. We'll see. Alright, let's do this! I'm gonna fucking kill you. 23. Oh, I see. Whoa. Hold on. What's that? What? Wimpod's bling? Just some rock. Gives it a couple powers. Don't worry about it. How can I not worry about it? How the hell did she get a forever-all? Wait. Schlep, I know what you're thinking, and it wasn't me. But then, who and how? Well, you're gonna use first impression, right? So then that means we switch to, Big W? First impression. That's what I thought. Dumbass. What did you think was gonna happen? Alright, Luigi Jr. Back in. Flip turn. That's a pretty weak phalanx. What's she doing with that on her team? Oh, that's my phalanx, because I never leveled it up. Protected. Yada yada yada. Hurry up. Protect. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Focused energy. Use protect again? No? Alright. Phalanx. Finneon. Well, it's not my Finneon, because I didn't catch a Finneon. So maybe she stole my... phalanx or something. I don't know. Either way, let's go to Orochi. Finneon used Rain Dance. Okay, let's go Night Slash then. I should have used Poison Tail so I could set up the thing, but oh well. Either way, Night Slash. And you're gonna use Confusion, and I didn't do shit. So let's hit Poison Tail. There we go. There you go. Intimidate. And then we've got... Let's hit him with, I guess, Night Slash. Oh, I see. You flip turned out. That was what you did. Either way, let's hit Poison Tail. Use Fake Out, Swift Swim, blah blah blah. Hit by Poison. There we go, but is already poisoned. The rain cloud's dissipated. Well, I'm already at -2 attack, so let's switch out to... Because you're going to use Flip Turn, right? You're either going to use Flip Turn or First Impression. And I feel like you're going to use First Impression, so let's switch to Big W. Okay, you used Flip Turn. Okay, so now you're just using Flip Turn then. Let's hit him with Poison Jab. There we go. Well, that was a bit unfortunate lamentable. Okay, So he's like Red White from Phoenix Wright. He just makes up new words. But, excuse me, you are not excused. Talking. You, Shirley, what the F? You have a level 24 Pokemon? Yeah, I actually have a level 26 Pokemon too. Why? Is that weird? No, it's totally normal, except that it's May. I don't get it. I mean, I'm a member of the battle team. That's pretty normal, right? Yeah, except that at this time last year, even the battle team members had like level 13s. Sonia? Come to think of it, that's a bit true, yes. Suppose I hadn't really noticed. Hadn't noticed? You hadn't noticed? Jenny, what the hell are you feeding these kids? Get out of my battle hall. No, I'm serious. Can anyone tell me? This is just the battle team, right? There isn't anyone who's got crazy levels, do they? What? Haven't you battled in gym class? No. I almost got kicked. I always got kicked out to my pad in the DC's office before then. Are you telling me? Yeah. I just battled Misty earlier today. Level 22s, one level 23. What the S? Hold on, I have a question for you. Where did you get your Wimpod? Where did your Wimpod get its and you're walking away now? Fantastic, that's awesome. It's not like my ability to pay for the school depends on knowing the answer to that question. A good coordinator always knows when it's time to leave the stage. That being said, I'm so happy. You've all proven the battle team is even stronger than it used to be, which is so fantastic. You're doing a fantastic job, Janine. You're clenching your teeth so hard your eyeballs are... You're clenching your teeth so hard your eyes are bloodshot. Nonsense. I'm just possessed of a very firm jawline. But I've other matters to attend to. Surely, was it? No. I couldn't help but notice you may have offhandedly mentioned a certain difficulty in paying for Kobucon. Yes, but... Fantastic. Glad to see our tuition continues to be competitive. But there's one offer I believe may interest you, given your monetarily issue. Your monetarity? Whatever, man. Perhaps you've heard of an upcoming contest that Kobucon has the honor of hosting, the Millennium Drop Water Festival Contest? I've heard the name a couple times, yes. Ah, well, since you haven't, let me tell you. It's based on an old Hoennian tradition. I need to drink some water, Jesus. Supposedly, once every 1,000 years, the sky would be lit aglow by the most miraculous of celestial bodies. But this star was not one of only beauty, but also coolness, intelligence, cleverness, and indeed toughness. He's forcing it. To celebrate the appearance of this star, the citizens of Olden Hoenn went through a massive festival of beauty and performance. And follow this. It is so said that one year, their performances so thrilled and excited the star that, in order to show its gratitude to the brilliant coordinators, it granted one wish to each of the top performers. You see now how this connects to your very own sorry situation? It literally does not matter what I say here, does it? Oh, you still fail to make the connection? The battle team is so reliable. Allow me to make this fully plain, then. The top 3 performers in the Millennium Drop Water Festival will have their own wishes, of a sort, made true. Yes, each winner will receive the Droplet Scholarship for wonderful water students. A scholarship would definitely help patch over some of my money concerns. Excuse me. I am not fooled for an instant, Lawrence. Why are you telling the battle team this? Oh, my champion friend, you've really too much suspicion. This is purely for my own amusement. After all, it will be very amusing to pit your wonderful battle team midgets against a battle that requires a modicum of class and cannot be purely brutalized through, no? But that's all I have to say today. Ta-ta, battle team morons. Fuck that guy. Seconded. Horizontal ellipsis. Lance, what are our options? He and his niece both hate the battle team with a passion. However, he is only one board member, and none of the others would authorize him to take any action against it. Melody is a different consideration, but as Phobos' pawn, she has no agency that Phobos does not. They cannot be safely ignored, but a wary eye should be an adequate response at this time. His coordinating interest his coordinating interest in the school is in far more danger than anything involving the battle team, so he has more to lose through rash action. Alright, everyone, stay away from Melody and Lawrence if you can. We don't want to piss them off. Even if they can't do anything to us, we don't want them to try. What if we were to have already entered into a conflict with Melody? Just don't do it again. We wasted a lot of time on that, so let's get the tutoring over with, so we can get as much training in as possible. Lance approaches you immediately. I don't look as bad now, do I? Melody, and more important, Phobos, has access to those ridiculous Pikachu rocks you use. Further, I see Ethan and Blue do as well. Your teammates would appreciate it if you were to keep a lid on your unique advantage going forward. I haven't given anyone those stones, promise. I believe this, but this does not mean you do not have a duty to prevent them from spreading. How the hell am I supposed to do that? Now, if you require tutoring, I am obligated to provide that service. Okay. Let's Free Willy, your Parnyard. Scratch Leer, Fury Cutter. Nope. Blah, blah, blah. Avoid wasting my time. How about you avoid being an asshole? How about that, you know? Your Absol. Future Sight, Scratch, Faint, Leer, Quick Attack, Slash, Double Team. Nah. Yada, yada, yada. Orochi. What about Orochi? What does he learn? Venom Drench. Lowest poisoned opponent's special attack and speed. That's cool. May badly poison opponent. Nah. Sharpier. What do we got? Leer, Rage. Nah, let's not do that. Avoid wasting my time. Orochi, Free Willy, Callum, Big W. Your Clodsire. Very well. Poison Sting, Yawn, Poison Tail, Toxic Spikes. Right, because you had Poison Jab. You got that new one, but that's not helpful. Okay, let's just go back. Are you certain? Yeah, very well. We are finished. I take my leave of you. Lance talked with you about the stones? For overalls. Got it. Who came from who? Blue's, Ethan's, and Yellow's stones came from Blue's Eevee. Mine come from Luigi Jr. I don't know where Melody's came from, though. I understand. You find out, you tell me. Of course. Thank you. Oh yeah, good job kicking Melody's ass. Don't want to imagine what the team would look like with her on it. Why? What happened last year? She broke the team apart, and she wasn't even on it. That's all you need to know. Now get in line. We're doing some horn drills. Ha, horn drill. I know what a drill is, but what is a horn drill? It's an exercise that's supposed to knock you out in one hit. I don't see how this is productive. If you survive it, that means you're a higher level. Oh, clever. It's a pun. Ha. Luigi Jr., blah, blah, blah. Free Willy's up to level 24. Tired and sore, you return to your dorm. Ew, my hair's like 5 pounds heavier just from sweat. Yeah, my hat too. You guys want to join me in my morning runs? If you get used to it, it might make battle team training less sweaty. Your roommate's silence is deafening. I should text someone before I head to bed. Let's text... Where is Misty? Fuck, where is Misty? That's a good-ass question. I do have her number. There we go. There's Misty. Yada yada, same thing. Okay, cool. So now the 29th. Way too early in the morning. No more broccoli, it's in my teeth. Well, that's amazing, but we'll have to wait until next episode to figure out what happens. Because, oh my god, I'm crashing so hard. It is 5 p.m. and I have not eaten anything today. I'm gonna die. Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed that episode. If you did, say something about it if you would. You know, that'd be nice. Anyways, see y'all later.